What's up, guys? Gibberish HS here, and today we are back with another Star Wars Custom Expansion card review. So we are doing Hunter today, which is now into the genre of the Jedi. Shaman and Hunter are the Jedi classes. So this card is going to be more of the prequels a lot. Usually a lot of cards like Master Yoda, different Jedi cards like that, and the spells in there are mostly Jedi related. You'll see even cards like the Jedi Temple Guard in here as well. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I really enjoyed making this. It was pretty cool. Shaman will be next episode, and if you haven't seen my Priest and Paladin, which are the Republic, so let's get into it. The first card is going to be Stand United. Stand United is an 8-cost Hunter spell. That's a common, and it says give all your minions +1/+1. If you're holding a clone, give your minions +1 health. So the goal of this is, this is where they are being attacked on Geonosis, and so all the Jedi are standing together, hence stand united, and then the clones come in to help, which gives them extra +1 health. Let me know in the comments below if you think this should be +1 attack or +1 health, or maybe it should just be an extra 1/1 buff. I made it just 1 health because I didn't want to go too much with it being a common and all. So let me know in the comments below what you think about that. Next is going to be Training Droid. Training Droid is a 1-cost 0/2 mech, and it's a common. It says at the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to a random enemy. This is really just to signify the droid shooting, and you have to reflect it as a Jedi Youngling or just trainee. So not much to talk about in the actual sense of that card, but it's pretty fun. Next is Jedi Apprentice Cowl. He's a 3-cost 2/4 rare, and this is battle card equipped a 1/3 blue lightsaber. Now, Cowl is in the new Jedi Fallen Order game, and he's obviously a huge character in it. And so him as an apprentice was something I was very interested in. And so he's in this hunter class. Now, there will be an actual Cowl, fully grown Cowl from the video game with his double orange lightsaber. That will be in neutral when we go over that, which will be the last video for the Star Wars expansion. So this card's pretty good as an actual card. Equipped in a 1/3 weapon's a little weak. I think maybe equipped in a 2/1 weapon or 2/2 weapon may be better. Let me know. But I made it a 1/3 because it helps you really just gain control. And a 3-cost 2/4 is a pretty good card. So I think this is a very good card for Hunter. Next is Jedi Temple Guard. It's a 6-cost 6/3 rare, and it says battle card deal 3 damage and gain Divine Shield. So this card is obviously very strong. It's not a clone because the Jedi Temples aren't clones, but the Jedi Temple Guards are very big characters in Star Wars. The original, I forget which Inquisitor. One of the Inquisitors, I believe, was a Jedi Temple Guard in the Clone Wars. So it's pretty cool to see these cards, and I always wanted us to get one of these in the actual movies. Very fun card. Alright, next is Master Fisto. This is where we get to more of the actual Jedi. So Master Fisto is a 4-cost 4/4 epic, and this is battle card equipped a 3/2 blue lightsaber. A lot of weapon synergies in here to represent the lightsabers. This card is just very good. As an epic, this is basically getting, a war axe that you would get in Hearthstone, but for free basically. And so that's really good, and that gives you around a 2 extra mana edge on your opponent, and it makes it very strong. Plus, Master Fisto was one of my favorite Jedi's in Clone Wars, and so it was really fun to make a card for him. Next is Master Plo Koon. Master Plo Koon is the one Jedi who is the biggest disappointment in the Revenge of the Sith for me, the way he went out, because I really enjoyed the whole. Master Plo Koon was always a character that I really enjoyed in Clone Wars. And so to see him just kind of go out the way he did in Revenge of the Sith really bummed me out. So I wanted to make this really strong. Master Plo Koon is a 3-cost 3/3 epic. Battlecry, if you're holding a clone, then deal 3 damage to all enemies. That's really strong because it's basically, it's like Hellfire, except you don't get the damage dealt. So it's very strong and very aggressive for board control, and it's on a good body. So as long as you're putting clones into your deck, you are good. And in case any of you guys are wondering, I know I haven't showed a whole lot of clones in this expansion yet. We are getting to there, alright? That is going to be a lot in the neutral sets, alright? I didn't want to waste all my time making clones for the classes and then not have time to do anything special for the classes. I already put probably too many clones in the Paladin class, and that's why Paladin's going to be very geared towards the clone synergy. See with the Force, the 3-cost Hunter spell, reflect any damage you take to a random enemy until your next turn. So this is basically one of those. It's very similar to those cards that is, like don't deal damage for this turn or something like that. But this one's a little interesting because if they do attack, they can still attack you, but then that damage is going to reflect and deal damage to your enemy. So it's possible just by you. By them attacking you, if they're at 9 health, they attack you with a 9 attack minion, it could potentially kill them. So most likely they're not going to, but if they have lethal, then they might risk it and you could still win, or it could reflect and kill a minion that they needed to kill you. So it's an interesting card that I really like the idea of, and in actual decks, I don't know if this card would be put in any decks, but it's a very creative card and I like it. All right, now we are in the legendaries. I love legendaries. So first is Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn is a 6-cost 4/5 hunter card. All right, I had to put Qui-Gon Jinn into this because most of these guys have green lightsabers. Is what I try to do. Master Platoon being an exception, but he is very adapted to the Force, so that's why he's in here. Hunter Jedi's are going to be more Force sensitive, which is why if you know the lightsaber colors, green. If you have a green lightsaber, that means you're a little more religious to the Force, and you rely more on the Force. But if you have a blue lightsaber, that means you're more adapted to the fighting style and training style of the Jedi. So this card set for Hunter is mainly pointed at the green Jedi. Sorry. All right. Next is Qui-Gon just 6-cost 4/5. At the end of your turn, gain Divine Shield, Taunt, or +1/+1. So this card is kind of like a more flexible Growl in a way. He can be really dangerous. This is a card you're not gonna want to get very far. The thing is, it's really nice because you can gain 1/1 and you gain Divine Shield. So if they attack your minion, and then you can gain Divine Shield at the end of your turn if you attack the minion. That way you can continue to regenerate it. Now it does gain taunt. So if you do gain taunt in the end of turn, if you already have it, that's a bummer. But 2 out of 3 is still really good. And so I think with a card like this, you would have to be careful because, you have cards that can kill you and they can just kill minions so easily now in Hearthstone. So a card like this isn't as good as it probably would have been like maybe, I don't know, 2 years ago. But it's still a very good card. And if you somehow make it where it can't be targeted by spells or hero powers, it becomes even more dangerous. So really enjoy this card. And finally is Master Yoda. Master Yoda is our hero card. He is a really fun card that says, Battlecry, discover a baby Yoda, and he gives you 10 armor, which is crazy. So what does it mean by discovering a baby Yoda? Well, there are several There are several Baby Yodas. I made 4 Baby Yodas for this expansion. The first one is called Evil Baby Yoda. Evil Baby Yoda, at the end of your turn, force chokes a random enemy minion. So what is force choking? Well, force choking is a new keyword for this expansion. A force choke is where it deals 6 damage to an enemy, to whatever you're force choking, but it deals it into 2 damage intervals. So first deals 2, and then another 2, and then another 2 to that minion. So it deals it in short spurts. So if you were force choking, let's say, a 4 health minion with Divine Shield, this would kill that. Because if you force choked it, it would deal 2 damage, get rid of the Divine Shield, deal another 2 damage, during the 2 health and deal the final 2 damage. So it's a very strong thing. It always is 6 damage and it's always in spurs of 2. Only force sensitive, of course, cards will have this. So that's option 1. Next is Cute Baby Yoda. Cute Baby Yoda is a 5 cost 0/8. They're all 0/8s. And it says at the end of your turn, restore 8 health to a friendly character. Next is Baby Yoda and the Egg. A 5 cost 0/8. At the end of your turn, gain 8 armor. And Jedi Baby Yoda, which is at the end of your turn, return a random enemy minion to its owner's hand. Obviously, some of these cards are overpowered. But Baby Yoda is a really adorable card, and I wanted to give him his opportunity to shine in the expansion. And he does that through Yoda. So, as I said, Yoda is a very powerful card, and he is very fun to play with. So, he gains a 10 armor. What's his hero power? Choose a minion and move it to a different spot on its side of the board. It's called Using the Force, and it's cost 0. So basically, you can choose either your minion or your opponent's minion and rearrange that minion to whatever part you want on the board. Kind of like in Battlegrounds, so you can rearrange the minions. This does it with one minion. So the hero power is kind of weak compared to what you could get, but the battle cry is very strong. And so when it says discover, you get to see the 4 options of Baby Yoda. So you can use whatever you need to use for that situation. So Baby Yoda is very strong. Since it's at the end of the turn, you're guaranteed to use it. So really strong card. Well, there you go, guys. That was the Hunter side of the Star Wars expansion. A lot of Jedi in there. Master Platoon, Fisto, Yoda, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Baby Yoda. So it was a lot of fun. And we'll do Shaman next time. Shaman will have Obi-Wan Kenobi. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.